Hey everyone, this is VJose32, and this is in the cards for Friday the 13th of July. It is Friday the 13th, and there are some sales I've seen going on because of that. One I'll just mention quickly, MystiqueFactory.com has a sale where if you spend $35 or more, you get a free DVD. And Mystique Factory is a place where you can go, you can pick up Bicycle Phantoms and Bicycle Enigma decks. Those are the only decks they sell. So I thought I'd pass that along. Another sale going on is at Illusionist, and this one I really like. If you go to Illusionist right now, I think you have until midnight tonight, spend $100.13 or more, and you not only get a limited edition, you not only get an LTD deck, is what I meant to say, but you also get a first edition Black Ghost. That is an awesome deal, especially since Black Ghost decks usually sell for like $200 or more, and they're really rare. And I've got mine coming, and I'm happy about that. So now there's very few of the rare decks that I'm actually missing from my collection. That would be mainly Jerry's Nuggets, I guess. Anyway, moving along, let's look at what's going on Kickstarter this week. A couple of new decks. What's that? Only one new deck? I thought there was two. Alright, well, this just did. One of the decks seems to have disappeared from Kickstarter. One of the new decks is the Great Lazarus deck, and it's already more than half funded, and it's still got quite a while to go in it, so it looks like it's going to be funded. The other one was a Steampunk Heroes deck, which I mentioned last week was coming. It did come on Kickstarter the other day. It was actually funded in less than 24 hours. That's got to be a record. And it's a steampunk themed deck with a Lego theme as well. And I guess they must have had some issues with the Lego legal department, or Kickstarter must have been a little bit cautious about it, and it was pulled for some reason. Somebody posted a comment on one of the forums that there was a little snafu. I think that's a big snafu if your deck gets pulled off Kickstarter when it's already 100% funded in less than 24 days. It was actually more than 100% funded. So obviously some issues there. It may or may not be back. Also, from Kickstarter, the War of Currents deck, Bicycle War of Currents deck, has only got 3 days left, so if you want to pick some of these up, make sure you go do that sometime before Sunday, because it will be funded. It's at 158% funded right now. For it not to be funded, a lot of people have to cancel their orders, so that's not going to happen. Also, the core deck, which is kind of based on the Iron Man, is already at 81% funded and only has 9 days left, so make sure if you're interested in that, you go pick it up before the end of next week. Also, there's one deck I haven't mentioned, a couple of decks I haven't mentioned before. I don't think I've mentioned before. One is called Redraw. It's got 9 days left. I think it's funded already, or close to it. And it basically has different, each deck has different artwork on it by a whole bunch of different artists. But it's not really my thing, so I didn't mention it, I didn't pick it up. The other one is very similar. It's a Tacoma themed deck, Tacoma artist deck. That one is funded. It's got 6 days left, so if you like it, go pick it up. The back design isn't bad, although slightly one-way design. But the cards, again, the faces I'm not a huge fan of. They're all based on Tacoma, Washington. There's a couple of decks that look like they're not going to be successful. One of them is the Valor playing cards, which only has 8 days left, and it's only at 14% funded or something like that. It's a very patriotic deck. It's black, and it's basically, if you line up all the number cards face side up, you'll get the American flag. It'll make up the American flag. And then the back design, I think it says Valor on it. I think it's a one-way back design, and it is a one-way back design. It's got the red, white, and blue on it. And I guess it just wasn't popular. Another deck that I think is a horrible idea that came also just recently is the Trifecta poker deck. It's got like a racehorse theme. It doesn't have any court cards. All the cards have racehorses on them. They're all numbered from 1 to 13. No aces, no jacks, queens, or kings. No jokers that I know of. Just a horrible idea. It's only 3% funded. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be made. Don't even bother. Another one that I wouldn't bother with. It's only got 9 days left. And it is a stinky cheese deck. I've mentioned it before. It's some kind of a deck of playing cards. It's got some kind of a cheese theme to it. Basically, just the idea is something along the lines of you're sitting there playing cards, and then there's facts about cheese or something or other. It's something related to that, and just kind of a bad idea, and not something we would use for Magic. And again, only 3% funded. With 9 days left, it's done. Also, a Vortex deck. I'm still waiting for my Vortex deck, and it's been like months and months already. It's getting completely ridiculous. It's already gotten completely ridiculous weeks ago. Especially considering the Bicycle Galvanic and the Blue Blood deck, which I got today, went on Kickstarter way after Vortex ever went on Kickstarter. They were made way after the Vortex decks were made, and they came way before the Vortex decks ever came. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's such a nice deck, and they're having so many problems. Now let's move on to some new decks out there you should know about. One of them is the Bicycle Red Asura deck. You can get it right now, pre-order it on cardexperiment.com. There's only 700 decks that they're selling in the pre-order. I'm not sure if there's going to be more after that. And there's some uncuts. It's a red-backed deck for pretty nice design. It's based on some kind of Asian demigod and very martial arts themed. Really nice. Unfortunately, I can't get it because I can't use PayPal, and that's the only payment method. But I do believe they are coming to the One-Eyed Jack, so I'm going to pick them up then. Also coming tonight at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 p.m. my time, is the Blue Tunes deck, and that's on BlueTunePlayingCards.com, I believe, is the Earl. And they're also going to have some of the very limited White Tunes decks available. I believe you can get one if you buy 24 decks, which is like $200 somewhat dollars. I really want a White Tunes deck. I don't know if I really want to spend $200 and get like 25 decks in the mail. Probably not going to happen. And the other issue is, if they only have PayPal for a payment, I can't do it. Also, I mentioned about Illusionist. There is another deck that is coming to Kickstarter soon, apparently, called the Medusa Playing Cards. It's pretty artsy. It looks pretty cool. And pretty colorful as well. I'll let you know when that comes. Also, more new decks coming. I found that it seems that the leaf backs I mentioned to you, the bicycle leaf backs I mentioned, apparently they are holiday leaf backs. A red deck and a green deck, holiday themed. I didn't know it was Christmas yet, but apparently they're coming out in August, and apparently it is Christmas. Also, a new deck from the Prime Playing Card Company from Italy, the Prime Sketch Edition deck. I believe that's coming September 1st. It is a deck that is black and white. It looks like a sketch, basically. I think the idea is that it looks like it was just a sketch that was drawn up for the playing cards, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. I do like the Prime Playing Cards, and I will definitely be getting them. You can find out more about the Prime Playing Cards at primeplayingcards.com. I think is Euro. I'll double check that. Also, there's a new deck coming I've kind of mentioned before. This one's coming from Circle City Card Company, CircleCityCards.com. It's the Hornet deck, and it's a reprint of a deck from about 100 years ago. There's only 2,500, 144 of them are going to have gilded edges, and they're coming in about 2 weeks apparently to CircleCityCards.com. Again, an issue for me because I don't have PayPal and that's all they accept. Although I did send them a message to get Google Wallet, or Google Checkout I should say. Always recommended. Also, I'll just give you a heads up. The one-head jack, the newest decks on the one-head jack right now are just the galvanics, the bicycle galvanics. Nothing else new on the one-head jack. And Ace King playing cards is closed for maintenance. I don't know how long it's been closed or how long it's going to be closed. Last time I checked a week ago, it was open. Now it's closed. Could also be that he's away on holidays. I've seen him shut down for holidays before. So it might be a week or two, who knows. Also, one final note on how you need that coming. I believe they stated that it's coming next Friday from 3 to 11, a red Jack deck. I do like this because I like the Jack decks and I will definitely be picking them up. I'm a big fan of the Jack decks and another color is nice. At the same time, I think it is absolutely lazy. I mean, all 311 seems to do is take a deck, make it in a new color, or put it in a nice new shiny embossed box, or put metallic inks on it, and then they pump them out. Where is their creativity? Where is the originality? Come up with something new for a change instead of being lazy. Anyways, that's all I've got this week for In the Cards. Stay tuned next week with another update. Well, I'll tell you what's in the cards next week. Hopefully there won't be too many new decks, because it seems like every single day there is a new deck coming out, and we can't afford it. I mean, I'm always buying new decks. I can't really afford it. I know all of you can't afford it. I know everyone in the forums can't afford it. I know a lot of people getting pissed off and frustrated because there's all these decks coming out, and a lot of them lack in the customization department or the creativity department. Hopefully one of these days the whole card trend kind of goes kaboom and slows down, and then we get some nice custom decks from time to time, and not a new deck every single day. Anyway, like I said, that's all I've got for this week. I apologize if it's a little bit long. Stay tuned for Hit or Miss. It is coming this week. I think you'll like it. I'll see you next time.